Tonight on Border Security.
So you don't recall that being done?
Never.
Officers suspect this Englishman may have packed something illegal. He claims he's clean, but there are definite signs of drugs.
Sir, I've been asking you the same question for the last 10 minutes.
A stubborn passenger refuses to budge.
Can you please answer the question?
And the detector dog sniffs out a concealment. But the offender is not going down without a fight.
I just need to know how these got into your bag.
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you ever had any trouble with the police?
Detector dogs, x-rays and swab tests are just some of the essential tools they use to help in this never-ending battle. And today in Brisbane, an English traveller has caught the attention of officers after a detector dog sat next to his suitcase at the baggage carousel.
The dog had a reaction to his bag. He was also very nervous.
And alarm bells start ringing as a preliminary swab test of his case returns a positive result for an illegal substance.
But unfortunately, your bags have come positive for cocaine readings, and we have to find out why.
How the hell I'm positive for cocaine readings?
No, the dogs show a reaction to as well, and if you're telling us you don't know why, you gotta sort of... It doesn't help.
There's no explanation for cocaine. I don't use cocaine, my friends don't use cocaine, nothing like that.
You don't bring anything for anybody?
No way on earth. I would never, for one, I wouldn't smuggle anything anyway. Two, this is like the worst place you could smuggle something to.
Officers are also interested in the man's recent travel.
Whereabouts have you stayed? You stay in backpackers?
Hotels.
Reputable hotels or...?
Some friends' houses. In Africa, I didn't stay in any friends' houses.
So you went to Africa, went home, and then you coming from New Zealand?
I came from here.
England?
All these questions, man, come on. I'm not no, like, whatever you think I am. You can search all of my stuff.
I'm not saying that...
I'm not doing anything illegal. I've been completely honest in all of my things.
Well, you're coming to Australia. You're crossing Australian borders.
Yeah.
We're here to protect the borders.
Yeah, no, I understand.
If you do want to come, if you want to be landed, you will answer the questions, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm answering it. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. It seems a bit evasive to some of the questions, still very defensive. Keep saying that it hasn't got anything. Once again, could be just a defensive sort of behaviour, but we'll see.
A second swab is taken, this time from some of the man's personal belongings, as Officer Roberto makes a concerning discovery in the base of his suitcase.
It's been cashed.
Sir, I've been asking you the same question for the last 10 minutes. Can you please answer the question? Are you willing to participate in the interview? The answer is yes or no.
In Sydney, Border Force Officer Munir is trying to deal with a rather difficult passenger.
Can you please answer the question?
The man is a French citizen arriving via the UK, and he claims to be in a hurry to catch a connecting domestic flight. But it's his own lack of cooperation that's causing the biggest delay.
Well, I'm going to repeat the question again. Are you willing to participate in the interview?
Oui, j'ai bien compris, en fait, oui. Ça, c'est ce que vous voulez dire.
So if it's not compulsory, the interview, can I take my flight now and go?
No, sir. Refusing to be interviewed does not mean that we will let you go, sir. If you refuse to participate in the interview, you will be missing your chance to explain why you're trying to enter Australia.
Mr. Vuong is trying to enter on a 3-month tourist visa, but first he must prove that he is a genuine visitor.
So, would you like to participate in the interview?
Pourquoi je viens en Australie ou bien pour quelle
And if
raison?
I answer the question, would you let me go?
Depends on your answers, sir. Are you willing to participate?
Oui, pourquoi pas, oui, si ça prend pas, ça prend pas
Yes,
beaucoup de temps.
why not, if it doesn't take a lot of time.
Okay. So what's the purpose of your travel to Australia today?
Peut-être pour visiter.
Maybe to visit for tourism, to visit Australia.
So tell me about your holiday plans.
Ben, le plan, c'est que, bon, ben, c'est...
Have a look at Australian life and how people behave.
So how long are you planning on staying in Australia?
Mais cette question, c'est...
Right now, I don't know if I like Australia. Do I have the right to apply to stay for a few years?
So my question is how long are you planning to stay? The response should not be, is it possible to stay longer?
It's an odd thing for someone to ask who claims to be here for a short holiday, and it may have just revealed Mr. Vuong's real intentions. In Brisbane, this English traveller is adamant he has no association with drugs. But Australian Border Force officers need to work out why a detector dog reacted to his suitcase and an initial swab test returned a positive result for traces of cocaine.
There's no explanation for cocaine. I don't use cocaine, my friends don't use cocaine.
Despite his denials, a second swab is taken from some of the man's personal belongings. And it's another positive result, this time for THC, the main ingredient found in marijuana. But the immediate concern to officers is his suitcase, which looks as though it may have been tampered with.
It's been cut.
Honestly, please.
Yeah, honestly, mate.
I promise you I have not cut anything.
I seen snapped coming through the airport, and that is a clean cut.
Honestly, I promise you.
Okay.
Do whatever you need to do.
Officer Roberto calls his supervisor to inspect the case.
It's been tampered with, mate, the bag?
It's never been tampered with, ever.
So you don't recall that being done?
Never.
Never seen it before?
It's obviously a snap. Like, why would I purposely cut that?
No, mate, I'm asking.
Unless I was a smuggler.
Well, mate,
I'm no type of smuggler at all.
Well, that's because we're getting cocaine readings out of the inside of your bag. Okay?
Search it through and through.
Oh, we will.
Search me through and through.
Okay.
I have never, ever done that, and I never will do that.
Okay.
So I'm not worried at all.
Okay, before you said you hadn't used marijuana before either.
Yeah.
Okay, I just took an iron scan reading off your phone there, and it came back positive for marijuana.
Yeah, that could be possible.
You just said 2012.
Yeah, I don't smoke weed personally myself, but I'm around people that do smoke weed.
Okay, fair enough.
Suspecting the man may have something to hide, Border Force officers take the investigation to the next level.
So read both sides of that card.
Do I have to read it, or...?
You have to read it.
Okay.
It's possible his belongings may have come into contact with drugs whilst travelling, but officers need to be sure that he does not have anything concealed in his suitcase or on his body. Arriving at an international airport, incoming passengers are warned on a number of occasions to declare any organic material.
Nothing fresh fruits or meats.
However, many travellers choose to ignore these warnings.
This represents a huge risk to Australia for the introduction of pest and disease, and you failed to declare it. It says fruit. All you are required to do is say yes or no.
In an effort to combat unwanted pests and diseases, biosecurity officers rely on the help of detector dogs to find undeclared organic material.
Yes, good! Well done!
Predicting who may be carrying prohibited items is a difficult job. But some passengers attract immediate attention. Biosecurity Officer David gives the all clear to the man's feathered headdress. But his unusual assortment of luggage will need to be passed by detector dog Woody.
Hello, puppy. Oh, there's toys everywhere. I've been buying toys for my dog.
Hello, Woody. You're cool.
Thank you.
This colourful character is free to go.
You can exit out to your right.
Marvellous.
However, detector dog Woody is now showing interest in the luggage of this passenger returning from Italy, and the elderly man is far from happy about it.
When he came down the dog lane, he was pacing back and forwards. He refused to actually stand in the line. He didn't want the dog to actually sniff his body.
A quick search of the man's bag has revealed what Woody had reacted to.
This is what the dog has found.
I don't know what that is.
You have a look. You tell me. You tell me what they are.
I don't know what they are. What do you want me to say? I don't know what to say. You tell me what I gotta say, I say.
I just need to know how these got into your bag.
I don't know what to say. You do whatever you want to do to you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
He doesn't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I have no idea what they are. They seem to be almost like a cluster of seeds. It could be a bulb, a flower bulb even. So it's just a matter of cleaning them off and trying to figure out what it is.
Following positive readings for cocaine and marijuana off this man's belongings, Australian Border Force officers in Brisbane need to be sure he is not attempting to bring any illicit substances across the border.
Just going to go down this side.
No, it's all good. Do whatever you need to do, sir. It's all good.
While a frisk search is conducted, his suitcase is x-rayed to check for any concealments.
I'm just trying to look any organic matter that could be present inside the bag in there. On the machine, the blue just means metal and ceramics. So to me, it just shows us fine.
The man's suitcase gets the all clear, and the frisk search also fails to find anything on his body.
All good?
Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that, sir.
He is free to repack his belongings, but officers would still like an explanation for all the drug readings.
Whenever a dog sits in someone's bag, okay?
So a dog sat on my bag?
On your bag, okay? All right. So like I said, the traces could have come off your clothing or anything like that, okay?
Wouldn't have been my clothing.
Do you go to clubbing much?
Huh?
Do you do clubbing much?
Clubbing?
Yeah.
Music is what I love. That's the main reason why
music?
we've come on this trip. We're going to watch a festival called Ireland Rock Festival.
Yeah, what usually happens on the festivals?
Huh?
What usually happens on the festivals?
Yeah, of course. A lot of people do that, but that's not what I do. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
but I didn't say it was you.
Honestly,
So,
but I could have come
basically-
into contact with someone who's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
That's all good,
understandable.
mate. Yeah,
It's all good.
All right. You enjoy your holiday.
I will now that this is finished. See you later. Have a good day.
We didn't find any drugs. He didn't find drugs on his person. I think Charlie's just here for a good time, and he's on his way now, and I'm sure he'll enjoy his holiday here.
This French citizen arriving via the UK says he has travelled to Australia for a short holiday.
When are you planning to return?
A month or 2 months.
But he may have just accidentally revealed that this is not entirely true.
Do I have the right to apply to stay and for a few years?
The man needs to prove that he is a genuine visitor and that he has enough money to fund his stay.
So we counted 80 British pounds during the baggage search today. Do you have any other sources of funds?
Bah non, tout ce que j'ai avec moi, c'est bon, bah, 4
All I have is
en fait.
80 pounds.
Do you think that 80 British pounds are enough to support your stay in Australia?
Oui, je pense, parce que oui.
Yes, I think so.
Do you know anyone in Australia?
Oui.
Yes.
Can you please write down the name and the telephone number? What's your plans for accommodation?
Est-ce que j'ai bien compris, en fait?
As I mentioned, I'm going to live with them.
The contact details Mr. Vuong provides match those listed on his incoming passenger card. But what he doesn't realise is that Supervising Officer Emma has already used this information to make some calls.
They've actually stated that they're not willing to support him, and they actually have no interest in his visit to Australia. So he is totally reliant on that £80.
some major discrepancies are beginning to surface in this man's claims that he is simply a tourist.
It concerns me he's got no plans. It concerns me he's got no money. It also concerns me that the one person that he can provide as being able to support him and accommodate him here in Australia doesn't want to and does want nothing to do with him.
And Supervisor Emma has also discovered some new information.
While you were in the room, I had a look through his passport. He's also received a 20-year ban from the United States of America, so it looks like he's been refused entry before, so we might need to ask him about that.
I noticed that there's an endorsement on your passport. Can you please explain why you've been excluded from the United States?
Oui, c'est ça, en fait, parce que...
Without going into detail, I was stopped and sent back to France.
Why?
Aucune idée, parce qu'à cette époque, disons que...
I have no idea. I respected what I was told to do.
It seems highly unlikely that he would not know the reason for his 20-year ban. But nevertheless, there is already enough evidence to proceed further.
There appear to be grounds for cancelling your visa. If your visa is cancelled, you will be detained and removed from Australia as an unlawful non-citizen.
Mr. Vuong will now be given one last chance to come up with a more convincing reason as to why his visa should not be cancelled, and for him to be returned home on the next available flight.
Are they from Italy?
I don't know what to do with this. I don't know where that is.
You have a look. You tell me what they are.
I don't know where they are. I don't know. I can swear to you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Is it seed?
I don't know where that is.
An elderly man returning home from Italy is becoming increasingly agitated after biosecurity officers located what appear to be seeds in his luggage.
I just need to know how these got into your bag.
Maybe it was in there when I left Australia.
How long ago did you leave Australia?
4 months.
4 months. Okay, so they didn't get in there from Australia because this is still wet.
The items are wrapped in tissue and seem to have been concealed in the bottom of his suitcase.
These are in between your clothes.
They're my clothes. I don't know what to say. You tell me what I got to say.
You've got to tell me
put a fruit inside there.
how they got inside your bag and what you're going to do with them.
I don't know what they're good for eating. I can't eat them. I never put a fruit, anything in this suitcase.
As the man continues to deny that they belong to him, Officer Tanya takes the seeds to an examination room to try and identify them.
Some sort of stone fruit. They're actually relatively fresh. They've still got a lot of the meat around it.
Stone fruit seeds from other countries can carry pests and diseases not found in Australia, and if planted, could cause widespread damage to our environment and economy.
All right, sir.
But this passenger is
Now
not
comes-
backing down.
I asked you if you had any seeds. You told me you didn't. They're stone fruit seeds. They were in your bag. You haven't declared them.
I don't put them in.
Then who put them in there? How did they get in there?
I don't know. I don't know. Can't you feel a little bit better?
Well, you're welcome to pack the bag yourself, sir. I don't have to pack it for you.
This disgruntled Australian resident is facing a possible fine after biosecurity officers discovered prohibited stone fruit seeds in his suitcase.
And there's a little friend coming out of that one.
So some sort of stone fruit.
It's a stone fruit. There was no reason as to how it got in there, why it's in there. He said he didn't put it in there, he didn't know that it was in there. They got in there somehow. Today, sir, for failing to declare that you have seeds in this bag, you're going to be fined $340.
What for?
For not declaring that you've got seeds in this bag.
I don't have a seeds in my bag.
You do. You have the stone fruit seeds in your bag.
If you say the seeds, who put them in there? I tell you, I never put anything for it in this box.
Well, I don't believe it.
The man is issued with a quarantine infringement notice.
Okay? Need you to sign and date, and we go pay the fine, and you're free to go.
Why I have to sign? I don't like to sign because I don't know what I sign.
You're signing to say you don't want to go to court. I'll just go get my supervisor. He doesn't want to sign.
Sir, you're going to be fined $340 today for failure to declare something that was in your bag that you're responsible for.
You want $340? Okay. You happy?
All right, we go over here and pay. Here's your passport. Feel free to exit.
There appear to be grounds for cancelling your visa. If your visa is cancelled, you will be detained and removed from Australia as an unlawful non-citizen under Section
Australian Border Force has discovered that this French citizen has been banned from America for 20 years. Now he is trying to enter Australia on a tourist visa with only 80 British pounds to his name.
Do you have any reasons that you'd like to bring to my attention for me not to cancel your visa?
Déjà, bon, d'une part, je suis déjà là.
Yes,
Enfin, c'est ça,
with this return ticket I had to buy, that cost me more than £850, and that's a lot of money I had to spend. The other reason would be the trip didn't happen. You ruined the trip. It's wasted.
The client isn't a genuine tourist. He doesn't have the funds to support himself in Australia. He doesn't have neither the financial or emotional support. If he comes into Australia, it could be a welfare issue as well. And I have great concerns that he could be placed in that situation, and I have no desire for that to happen.